What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Darium's Competitive Pokemon. Gonna be rolling another game on Pokemon Trading Card Game Online with my Gardevoir GX deck. Still trying to get as much hands-on time with this deck as I can before the World Championships. I can't believe I'm leaving like a week from yesterday. It's insane at the time of recording. So I'm leaving the Monday before the World Championships. We're gonna spend all week there. Super stoked about it. Gonna be going to Disneyland, doing a little vacationing around with my fiance Kirsten, so super stoked on that. Should get to explore Anaheim a little bit, have a great time, and then, you know, do my best at the World Championships. So I don't have a ton of time left to be testing, so I'm still trying to get a grasp of some of the decks that I think are gonna have potential. And since I think I got a hold of all like the older archetypes, you know, all the older archetypes that I think I have a shot at doing well at Worlds, I got those in my back pocket. I'm not worried about it. But Gardevoir, want to make sure that I'm the most experienced with this new archetype as I can be. So as you can see, we're playing against Drampa Garbodor again, against this person Fabian45. So let's check it out. You guys know that I do consider this to be a good matchup, so let's see where it leads us. Now we do have a little bit of an awkward hand here. I don't love it, but what I can do, I can Ultra Ball away this Float Stone and the double colorless energy, and I can grab a Lele, and then I can Lele for Bridget if it's in here, and it is. And then this gives me some options. So this is a little bit of a risky play that I find myself doing in this list quite a bit, but I do like it. So it gives me the option here. I can go for Bridget, and since I did start the Float Stone, I can go aggressively and I could grab a Diancie, a Ralts, and my Oranguru. And as you can see now, I do have Rare Candy Gardevoir in my hand. I have a Fairy Energy right here to do Sparkling Wish, and then I can Instruct for 1. So next turn, I can Instruct for 1 now, and then next turn I can... Oh, okay, well that doesn't... Oh, that's actually great, because I could Rare Candy and Gardevoir next turn. I'll Sparkling Wish, evolve up into a Kirlia now, and then I have 2 Gardevoirs on the second turn of the game. I mean, look how insane that is. That's this fantastic setup. You know, I do have a Oranguru here, so if the whole plan is off, if my opponent gets a turn 2 ability locking Garbodor, if they get a turn 2 ability locking Garbodor, might just have to throw in the towel. I mean, that was the risk that we took going for this play. You know, was it worth it? I don't know. You know, there is a decent chance that my opponent might have to end me anyway, because it might just be the supporter card that they have in hand. There's always that chance. So I don't really know. We're kind of just gonna have to wait and see and let this buff out. If my opponent, you know, does lock me up with their ability Garbodor, looks like they're going for the hard draw. They're gonna go for a Sycamore. If they get an Ultra Ball or if they get their Garbodor, they're just gonna have it. They decided not to attach that double colorless energy. I guess they wanted just the Psychic. They got the Ultra Ball. You have to imagine they're going for their Garbotoxin Garbodor. Oh goodness, see, and things are rough. So this is the risk we took going for that play. Now my opponent is just going to be able to Berserk over and over again. Very threatening. I mean, this is pretty much bread and butter what makes Drampa Garbodor really good. So you guys might have seen the gameplay where I showed off Drampa Garbodor, the matchup, you know, this versus Drampa Garbodor earlier. And if they don't get this kind of setup very early, there's not a lot that they could do. But I will go for a Lysander here, and I am going to get myself 2 Gardevoirs into play. Maybe my opponent might not have a way to get out of the active, but we are sitting here, we got nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4 items in the discard pile, and we're just going to pass because we cannot Instruct. So they got that Garbodor into play. I'm not sure. I mean, they could probably Guzma. I mean, if they Guzma here, then that's really bad. But see, they are stuck, so they're just acid spraying. So we might actually be able to draw out of this one. Let's see, I got a Hex Maniac. I'll play it. Sure, why not? And we're done. So, kind of frustrating there, but you can see my opponent probably kicking themselves for putting that Choice Band on their Trubbish. I mean, they can retreat it now, which is fine, because now they could just go back in. Maybe they will Berserk. Okay, I was thinking maybe they might Big Wheel if their hand is really dead. You notice they weren't playing any draw supporters. I really don't want to just throw a Gardevoir up there, but you have to just, I mean, you have to play as if you're gonna draw out of the dead draw. Okay, that's not helping us out at all, you know, so we're gonna take another hit here. If I can get this Drampa just gone, all I need is some sort of draw card. If we could get this thing out of here, we will be able to take care of this game. But, you know, if we keep drawing like this, there's just nothing we could do. I mean, I could have held the Ralts there, so I would have something to Ultra Ball for next turn, but there's no point because I just need to hit a Sycamore. I mean, that's just what we need to do in order to have a chance this game. So I also want the Ralts down so that I can promote it next turn. Oh, you can see my opponent is playing the Magearna. That's an interesting little tech. So they came prepared for Gardevoir. I mean, my opponent was like, hey, you know, don't say that this is an unwinnable matchup, because they're showing it off right here. They got no problem beating Gardevoir, especially if they take a risk like I did and go for the turn one, relying on a Rangaroo to draw you out of your dead hand play like I did. And I kind of played right into my opponent's strategy there because they went for the turn two Garbodor and got it. So here we are, probably too little too late here with the N, but we got it. So we are in business. We do have something to show for our efforts. That is good. Let's see. So I'm just going to attach the Fairy Energy here. My opponent does not have any energy on that Magearna yet, so that's good. They actually don't even have another backup attacker. So I think it's a situation where if they Lysander here, they pretty much win. If they can't, then I might be able to steal this one. I could evolve into the Gardevoir right now, but I don't really see a point in that just because I'd have to Ultra Ball away the Float Stone, and that, yeah, I don't like that at all. I think I'm just gonna sack this thing and go down to one prize. So let's just do that. And let's hope my opponent does not have a Lysander or a Guzma or anything like that. Ooh, they got it. Oh no, if that's a Sycamore, I'm gonna be so sad. Hey, you know, I mean, sometimes you just can't win. There's just nothing you can do sometimes. So my opponent was able to get, wow, that was a perfect draw off an N to 2. I can't believe how insane that was. They got the Garbodor, they got the Rainbow for the Magearna, they're threatening next turn a Soul Blaster to knock out my Gardevoir in one hit. I have got nothing going on over here. I didn't even get a supporter for next turn off of my N. I mean, how miserable is that? I mean, granted, I have not gotten to play almost any of my deck so far because my opponent just locked me up super early with that Garbotoxin. All right, this is it. Let's see if we can do it. Gotta draw Verse Seeker here. We did get the N. Okay, so there is a chance. I'm gonna knock out this Drampa in one hit. We just need to make sure my opponent does not get a double colorless energy. So 1, 2, 3. We could go get a Ralts. I just don't even care though. I don't need to. I could Ultra Ball away the Fairy and this. Let's do it. Okay, I'm probably not going to use that Rare Candy. I have plenty of energy in deck. Let's see. I don't really want to get a Ralts though, because my opponent probably have an easier time knocking that out if they do happen to draw well. But I think I gotta go for it just because. I think I gotta go for it. You know, if my opponent draws so well that they get energy and Lysander off of their N to 1, then so be it. I think I am going to take this chance here just to try and set up a little more. How many items do I have in this card pile? 2, 4, 5, 6, 6. So they can't knock me out. All right, we're going, and they don't have an energy on the Garbodor either. So we do have some options here. I'm going to put the Float Stone on my active, and we're going to end my opponent to 1. Let's see if we can get this done. Can Gardevoir GX pull off the ultimate sweep? Stay tuned. Let's see, 180 there, knocking out the Drampa, finally getting some retribution. We got a Versus Seeker too. Okay, so we got options. Now we are the ones in control. The game is in our hands now. They play a Field Blower. What else did they get? Not a Versus Seeker. Nothing. Pass. Yes. All right. So part 2 of the sweep, we got to take care of that Magearna. It's got 10 damage on it. It's only got 160 hit points. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Fantastic. Okay. And then we can... Oh no, we can't Guzma. We don't have a Lysander in the discard, do we? Yes, we do. Alright, this is why we play one copy of Lysander and one copy of Guzma for this situation right here. So let's Lysander. Bring up the Majerna. Attach our 1 energy. Evolve into Kirlia. Alright, let's take this thing out with Infinite Force. 150, perfect numbers to knock out that Majerna. And now we are poised to steal this game. If my opponent just doesn't draw anything, we could close this one out. My opponent delinquents me, pretty much showing me they have nothing going on. I am going to discard the Kirlia, the Lele, and the... Oh, this is a weird call. The Kirlia, the Lele, and the... I don't want to take away the Guzma. I don't want to take away the N necessarily, but I will discard the N. I don't want to just throw away my items. I can't throw away the Ultra Balls because what if they were sitting on a Psychic Energy, right? And they just needed me to discard a few more in order to get the knockout here. So let's see. They have a 0 card hand. You don't want to mess this one up. They need, let's see, how many items do I have in this card pile? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, they're doing 160? Whew. Alright, so they could do 190. They're just 10 damage short of knocking me out with that Choice Banded Garbodor right there. I think we just need to play it safe. I don't have any free retreaters. I do only have the Guzma left. Let's see, I think I do evolve here. And I think I am... Let's see, if I knock out the Garbodor, that gives them an out. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12. I could knock out this Garbodor. I actually don't mind that play like at all. I could knock that out. Then they don't really have an option to knock me to win the game next turn. I don't think so. I think I will Guzma out this Garbodor because that's their win condition, right? I can't knock out this thing because I can't Guzma, and then I do 3, 6, 9, 12. I would have only done 120. So let's promote this Gardevoir, retreat. And then let's just Infinite Force, knock that thing out. Because what they wanted me to do is to like knock out their Garbodor, and then if I knock out their Garbotoxin Garbodor, then they have a chance next turn to draw like a Lele or something to give them, you know, more opportunities to draw out of this dead draw that they're in right now. Whereas if I leave their ability lock active, it actually benefits me more than it benefits them right now because I'm in control. Like I'm in the driver's seat. They are in a situation where they're trying to draw and they could use their abilities. It would help them draw out of this kind of dead draw that they're in. So I wanted to keep their Garbotoxic Garbodor in play, which is why I decided to Guzma out the threat. You bring out that was their win condition. They could have won the game with that. I could have just used Twilight GX. I could have thrown some things back in, but I'm trying to be aggressive, trying to just take this game out right now. And you can see they conceded. So we ran it back all the way from the 1 yard line. Can't believe we were able to pull that one off. Super excited. So that was pretty cool. You know, we went in with the Gambit there early and it almost, you know, really didn't work out. I mean, you can see we went in there with the Rangaroo early. We wanted to just draw out that way. What I could have done is I could have just end that first turn, you know, been a little more conservative. But then I was, you know, I could sense that my opponent was going to get a strong start because they started the Drampa. They had some trebuchets down. It looked like they were going to start off strong. So I wanted to respond by also starting off strong. You saw, even though we got 2 Gardevoir GX on turn 2, that turn 2 Garbotoxin Garbodor is just such a strong play. They had the Majerna, but it didn't pan out. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this matchup, what you guys think of the video in the comments below. Let me know the kind of stuff that you guys want to see on the competitive channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching. Peace.